In a heartwarming turn of events that has the global BTS army buzzing, Seokjin, known to millions simply as Jin, was reportedly spotted quietly attending Jungkook's recent Calvin Klein campaign shoot in New York City. While the brand has yet to officially confirm the superstar's discreet presence, behind-the-scenes photos circulating on social media show a tall figure in a hoodie and mask gently patting Jungkook on the back after one of the takes, igniting speculation and emotional reactions online. The sighting comes at a pivotal moment in Jungkook's solo career. Following the success of his 2024 Calvin Klein debut, which famously shut down Grand Central Station, this new campaign is shaping up to be a cultural event in itself. The upcoming fall launch, combined with the announcement of a September 15th pop-up celebration in NYC, has already drawn massive anticipation. Yet it's this unpublicized moment between the eldest and youngest BTS members that fans are calling the real campaign highlight. Multiple sources close to the shoot say that Jin arrived quietly and remained off camera, avoiding the spotlight as he watched the session unfold. At one point, during a break, he reportedly walked over to Jungkook, offered a brief pat on the back, and said, "You've come so far. I'm proud of you, kid." That single sentence, now quoted widely across fan platforms, has moved thousands to tears. Social media erupted within minutes of the photos being posted, with hashtags like #JinSupportJK and #HyoungGoals trending globally. ARMYs expressed admiration for Jin's continued support despite his own busy Run Seokjin tour schedule and his recent headline-making solo performances in Dallas. "He didn't come for PR. He came as a Hyung," wrote one fan on X. "And that's exactly why we love him." Industry analysts note that this moment not only reinforces BTS's famously tight-knit bond, but also serves as a soft endorsement from Jin, whose influence within the fandom remains powerful. Calvin Klein may benefit indirectly from the buzz, as the viral story adds an unexpected emotional layer to the campaign, already driven by Jungkook's skyrocketing solo momentum. Jungkook's presence in American pop culture continues to grow rapidly. His solo track, Never Let Go, surpassed 10 million Spotify streams within a week of its release this June. Coupled with the ongoing popularity of Disney Plus travel reality series, Are You Sure?, which stars Jungkook and Jimin, his visibility in the US is at an all-time high. His fanbase stateside has grown by 15% in 2025 alone, per social media data analytics. But in the midst of career milestones and commercial triumphs, it's the quiet moments that strike the loudest chord. Jin's private gesture, a simple hand on the shoulder, a few proud words, has become a symbol of brotherhood in an industry often accused of being coldly transactional. As the Calvin Klein campaign nears its official release, it's clear that one of the most iconic frames won't be found in the ad itself, but in the silent support of a Hyung watching from the sidelines, a moment that has left fans emotional and deeply moved. BTS's Jin was quietly spotted attending the set of Jungkook's latest Calvin Klein campaign in New York. Wearing a black hoodie and mask, Jin remained inconspicuous among the crew, slipping in unnoticed, until a sharp-eyed fan with exclusive behind-the-scenes access posted a now-viral clip of him gently patting Jungkook's back after a powerful solo shot. Sources close to the campaign confirmed that Jin did not announce his visit to the team. Instead, he arrived privately, spoke briefly with Calvin Klein executives off-camera, and asked to observe silently from behind the monitors. While he avoided disrupting the shoot, his presence reportedly uplifted Jungkook, who, according to stylists on set, appeared visibly more confident after catching a glimpse of his Hyung in the background. The moment that truly captured fans' hearts occurred just before the final shot of the day. As Jungkook wrapped a high-intensity sequence under the flashing lights, Jin quietly walked over, gave him a brief but emotional pat on the shoulder, and mouthed the words, "You've grown so much." The moment was tender, fleeting, and raw, instantly becoming a symbol of the unspoken bond that ties BTS members together. This show of support comes at a pivotal time for Jungkook, who has been making waves across the US with his Calvin Klein campaigns and solo career. His recent track, Never Let Go, surpassed 10 million streams in a week, while his appearance on Disney Plus reality series Are You Sure? With Jimin has captivated American audiences. The September campaign is expected to cement Jungkook's status as a global fashion icon, with Calvin Klein organizing a pop-up event that fans are already queuing online to attend. The emotional significance of Jin's quiet visit wasn't lost on fans, who flooded social media with messages of gratitude. Many pointed out that Jin's own solo journey, including his Moving Moon performance in Dallas just weeks prior, mirrors the support he now offers to Jungkook. He's not just a Hyung, He's a mentor who lifts others up, one fan wrote on X, formerly Twitter, while another added, that one pat on the back said more than 1,000 words. Calvin Klein has not officially commented on Jin's visit, but internal staff reportedly appreciated his respectful demeanor and genuine care. He didn't come for attention. He came to support Jungkook as family, one assistant producer shared anonymously. The campaign, launching nationwide this fall, is now expected to carry not just the power of Jungkook's image, but the warmth of Jin's silent approval behind the lens for ARMY around the world. This was more than just a behind-the-scenes appearance. It was a reminder that even at the height of global fame, BTS members remain grounded in their brotherhood, a bond that continues to inspire millions. ChatGPT belong. As a clip of Jin quietly patting Jungkook's back made its rounds online, armies from all corners of the globe began dissecting every second of the interaction. Fans noticed the subtle squeeze Jin gave Jungkook's shoulder, a gesture of pride, reassurance, and deep affection. It wasn't just support, it was love. It was history. It was 11 years of watching each other grow, fail, rise, and rise again. A popular fan thread wrote. What fans didn't expect, however, was the emotional aftermath. Just hours after the behind-the-scenes footage went viral, Jungkook posted a single photo on his Instagram story, a blurry shot of the studio monitor with the caption, "Thank you, young Blackheart." It was raw. It was real. And it was the first time in weeks that Jungkook publicly addressed Jin's presence in his solo world, a world that had often felt like a quiet island amid a storm of flashing cameras and brand contracts. Jin, for his part, remained silent on social media. But insiders suggest he later wrote a personal note to Jungkook after the shoot wrapped, reportedly telling him, "I see you. I see how hard you work. I'm proud, not just because you're Jungkook of BTS, but because you're you." The letter has not been made public, but staff members who glimpsed the handwritten message described it as heart-wrenchingly sincere. What makes this moment even more powerful is the timing. With Jin recently completing his mandatory military service, many expected him to step back and focus on rest, reflection, and perhaps his solo career. But instead, he flew halfway across the world, quietly, humbly, to be there for his youngest brother. That's what family does, one HYB insider said. They show up when it matters most. Calvin Klein's creative director was reportedly so moved by the interaction that he's considering including a subtle tribute to Jin in the final campaign visuals. Whether it's a backstage candid or a quote Jungkook shares in his interview, fans can expect this Calvin Klein project to carry emotional weight far beyond fabric and fashion. As expected, media outlets have jumped on the story. Headlines like, "Jin shows up for Jungkook in the most Jin way possible," and "a silent hug through the shoulder." Jin's quiet gesture sparks a storm of emotion, have taken over Korean and Western media. Even Vogue Korea reposted the clip with the caption, "Young's approval. Enough said." In the ever-glowing orbit of BTS, where cameras flash endlessly and every move becomes a headline, this moment stood still. No grand speech, no press release, just Jin stepping out of the shadows for a second to remind his younger brother that no matter how far you soar, your roots are never far behind. It's this kind of quiet devotion that makes the BTS brotherhood unlike any other. And it's this very moment, captured in a grainy, shaky clip, framed by studio lights and silent love, that armies will remember forever.